Okay, so before we begin today's video, I just want to give a quick update and information about today's video. This video was actually recorded a couple days ago. However, once I finished recording, I realized that there was no video, only audio. So what I'm going to do with this video, I'm just going to use some replacement images of actually today's market and some other things to align with what I'm talking about. So keep that in mind as you're watching the video. Some of the prices I may talk about reflect a couple days ago, but you may see visuals of today. All right, now on to the video. All right, welcome everybody again to another video by Crypto GiBBY. Today's video is, we've covered a couple things here. And yesterday I did talk about that I wanted to go over some crypto mining information. And at the end of the video, after I stopped the recording, I realized that I didn't go over that. So yeah, so I need to go over that today. And also, I do not know, but I'm gonna ask for you guys apologies up front if you guys hear me coughing in the video. I do a audio enhancement, so sometimes the coughing gets it gets removed from the audio. But if you do hear me coughing today, just my apologies up front. Today I'm going through a little coughing spell, so I don't know if that's going to be in the video or not in the audio. I try to do audio enhancements to remove it, but you know, can't remove all of them every time. But moving on. So right now, covering the Bitcoin halving. Right now, those dates are now up to 110 days. I think yesterday was about, I think it was 98. So as I said before, these dates, they just fluctuate. As we get closer, it will become more of a definite date, and you guys will see. But this is a very important date for anybody who's in crypto. Even if you're not into Bitcoin, it's going to be an important date overall, because after this, you're going to start seeing the entire crypto market start to do an upward price move and rally into the upward space, and that's going to be for all of crypto. It happened for the last three halvings we have had previously. I think this is the fourth one. You can expect the same thing. And then on top of that, we have other news that's going to come out that we're going to cover as well. But before moving on, let's see. Well, no, let's go ahead and move on. Right now, looking at the crypto market as a whole, Bitcoin is at 43.8K, up by 96%. Ethereum up by 1%. BNB down by 1.85. Solana down by 2.6. Solana now is under $100 now. I did look at something. I didn't read the article, but I seen the headline that it was saying that Solana is probably going to have a significant swing in a down movement, because they said that the title basically was, since Solana went up by so much, it's probably going to come down some, because they said they think that Solana is overpriced. That's what I took from the headline for the article. I did not read the whole thing. But I do see it's under $100 now. XRP is up by 1.44. That's to 57 cents. Let's see. Cardano is down by 0.89, down to 52%. Avalanche is down 2.993%. Doge 0.42. Polygon 0.3. Polkadot, Right now we have I don't want to say a mixed bag, because it looked like most everything is down from the 7-day mark, at least. If you're looking at the 7-day chart, 7-day percentage, and then the charts, it's like everything is in a red. But looking at the daily, it's a mixed bag as well. We don't spend too much time on there. But let's go into the first article here. So it says Bitcoin ETF approval would be historic mistake, says Better Market CEO. So there's a couple things about this article that I wanted to, a couple thoughts I had about this article. But before I go through those thoughts, I'm going to read a little bit here. It says, Dennis Keller Kelleher, CEO of a nonprofit organization, Better Markets, has urged the United States Securities and Exchange Commission not to approve a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund (ETF), arguing that it goes against the core principles of the regulatory body. In a letter addressed to the SEC, Secretary Vanessa Countryman on January 5th, Kelleher emphasized that if the SEC were to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF, it could lead to investors facing significant risk. One of the quotes she stated from the letter was, "We submit this supplement comment letter, which Better Markets very rarely does, because it would be a grave, if not historic mistake, certainly leading to massive investor harm if the SEC approves the pending rule change." So I'm not going to read this letter here, but, with this guy saying this, my first thought was, does he even understand what crypto is? Does he know about it? I don't think he does. Because he basically said in the title here, leading to a historic mistake, not there. Okay. Basically, it leads to fraud and everything. We're going to a little bit. So Kelleher argued that proposed product exposed investors to the risk of potential fraud and concern he claims is commonly associated with the crypto industry. The approval of these spot Bitcoin ETFs would not only expose investors to market thoroughly contaminated with fraud and manipulation, he stated. So, as I stated, does he even understand what the crypto market is? Because if he did, he will understand, yes, fraud does take place in this market. It takes place in every market. But he don't understand, because if ETF was to take place, the people who invest in the ETFs, they're not necessarily exposed to the crypto space. They are exposed to that financial institution's product, and that financial institution holds their funds. Now, he could be saying like, hey, if company X holds this Bitcoin or whatever, company X could get hacked and steal all their funds. That's not up to the company. I mean, up to the customer. That's up to that customer. That's not up to the customer. That's a responsibility of that company. So the customer technically wouldn't be exposed to fraud directly. But, one of the notes I wrote there, let's see. So we don't actually need ETFs in the crypto space. Because you can actually own Bitcoin on your own without the ETF mechanism. However, to call crypto a scam on everything, that's where I actually have the issue with this whole thing. Because, like I said, you do not need the companies to actually offer these products. But, since they offer the products, it will limit customers who partake in these ETFs to fraud. Because if you own a Bitcoin, like I said, you don't need it, because anybody can go, like I said in the previous video, why get a product that represents Bitcoin when you can actually own Bitcoin? But, for people who do not understand it, these ETFs may be a better way for them to get into the market. But Kelleher, just long story short, I really don't believe he two things. Either he do not fully understand the market, the cryptocurrency market, or two, it's just me thinking this. He understands that, hey, if all these companies are buying up, if these ETFs gets approved, all these companies are going to start buying up all the Bitcoin and everything, and they'll try to get as much as they can. And that's going to leave less Bitcoin for me personally, me as in Kelleher, to purchase. So no, I don't want them to approve this, so I need to get my hands on more Bitcoin. That's just me. He may not be that way, but that's just my thinking. If I had a way to if I was a manipulative like that and I had a way to affect the market to make sure until I can enrich my pockets, that'd be something I would think of. A person who was manipulative might think of that. Let me see here. Well, I'll just read over a note here. I think I covered everything about this article I wanted to. This is just, I think this boils down to a person who does not understand the crypto space. And he only hears negative news all the time about crypto, and he's trying to put his 2 cents in to try to stop progress. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think, like he said early in his article, it said something about these companies spend too much time and resources to get these things approved, and the SEC has also done the same thing. But I think that's it for that article. We're just going to move on to the next one here. Well, on to the next one. So this one says, MicroStrategy buys another 14,620 Bitcoin ahead of expected spot ETF. BTC surge above 50,000 soon. So on my channel, MicroStrategy might end up being a very popular topic on this channel here due to their presence in the crypto space. If you guys do not know, I don't know if I covered this a couple days ago or not. I can't necessarily remember. I didn't check. But MicroStrategy is constantly buying Bitcoin. Constantly. This article was on December 27th. So, telling by that time, since this article came out, MicroStrategy probably even bought even more. What they're doing, they're constantly buying Bitcoin and putting themselves in a very, very favorable position in the future. It was something up here. So I didn't actually know what MicroStrategy was until this article here. So MicroStrategy is a software developer company. MicroStrategy. It says has boosted the BTC holdings at the U.S. Securities and Exchange, which is deadline. Okay. So basically, Michael Saylor is the owner of MicroStrategy, and basically, Michael Saylor purchased another 14,620 BTC for $615.7 million in cash before November 20th, 2023 and December 26th, 2023. See, this most recent Bitcoin cash cost MicroStrategy roughly roughly 42,110 per BTC. So that's how much they pay for Bitcoin. MicroStrategy now holds an eye-popping 189,150 Bitcoin, purchased at an average price of 31,168 per BTC. MicroStrategy is the largest corporate hodler of BTC. Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy's chairman, revealed in a post on X that the company had spent $5.9 billion to build its BTC treasury. So now that stash is now worth $8.1 billion at today's market prices. So they spent $5.9 billion. They've almost doubled it. Now $8.1 billion. So, yeah, like I said, MicroStrategy is probably going to be a very popular topic on this channel, because I will be covering them to see how much they own, because, the more MicroStrategy owns, the more Bitcoin is taken off the market, because they're not selling, they're buying and holding. And the more they take it off the market, out of the public, so the more scarce it's going to be, and the less it's going to be for the common people like me and you who's probably watching this video. I don't know how to explain this? Well, my head right now has just got so many different ideas and the things I want to say about it. But with MicroStrategy, I cannot blame them for wanting to buy as much Bitcoin. But this was the entire premise of why Bitcoin was created, so that wealth would not be consolidated in the hands of the wealthy. But over the last 4 years, mostly after the last halving, the wealthy got into the market. And now the wealthy are becoming even more wealthier because they are now buying up everything. So it's like Bitcoin was created for the common people, but the wealthy is now taking it all. And now what was meant for us, people who are not paying attention, they're going to miss out. And the wealthy is going to get wealthier. The people who paid attention is going to build a little wealth. But everybody else who did not, they may be, in the future, the people who did not catch crypto may be put in a worse condition than what they currently are. People who live in the United States, per se, who are not in the upper class, middle class, who do not have crypto, their future may be significantly different, or the generation may be significantly different or lower than what it is today. Because a lot of people who are into crypto, they're going to see their livelihood and their status raise because of crypto. And that's the part that I really, I see it two ways. But a lot of times the power and the wealth goes to the people who are informed. So that's how I see it. Well, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next article. And I really do hope just people in general just start paying attention more. Because I personally want to be in a position where I can start teaching people who I know, family, friends, colleagues, about Bitcoin and crypto, so they can get into this market. And I do know that there's going to be some people who just going to resist. They don't want to do it. And I understand. But I do also understand that they're putting themselves and their generations after them at a disadvantage because they're not taking advantage of something that's right now that's 100% there for the taking. They have every opportunity to get in, but they are refusing to. And their generations after them probably going to look back and say, you had every opportunity to get into this. Our family could be in such better predicaments right now, but you chose not to, But that goes back to a lot of generations just did not understand money, didn't understand wealth, didn't understand about saving. Wealth generations. I personally, I don't know everything about it, but I try to, let's just say I try. And I try my best to get myself into these situations where not just myself, I try to put myself and my family in positions where we could benefit from this. But I said a few minutes ago, probably let's move on to the next article. I'm not done with this. So let's go on to the next article here. The last one's more of involved in crypto, but it's more for people who want to be involved in development. So VanEck pledges 5% of potential spot BTC ETF profits to Bitcoin core developers at Brink. I seen the title of this article, and I was like, I wonder what this is about. I've never heard of Brink. I've always wanted to be a developer, but I'm not at that point. I may still try to become a software developer at some point. I've always been inching toward that, but I just never completed it. I honestly believe I have the knowledge to be a developer, but I never really applied myself to the position. So we're going to see what's going on in the future, see if I do that or not. But moving on. It says, I had some other highlights here and it's all gone. That sucks. Okay, but VanEck, investment firm VanEck on Friday pledged 5% of its potential profits for its spot Bitcoin ETF if it gets approved to Bitcoin core developers. They said, quote, your tireless dedication to decentralization and innovation is the cornerstone of Bitcoin ecosystem, and we're here to support it. More details to come, VanEck said in a post on X. VanEck added that it has VanEck added that it has made an initial 10,000 donation to bring to support his work. I think it's fantastic news, said Jonathan Bier, who serves on the Brink's board. Open source development work on Bitcoin is really important, and it's fantastic that VanEck will generously give back to the core backbone of the ecosystem. So I love that VanEck is going to donate and give profits to the core developers, you know. But as I read this article, I can't help but to think that VanEck know what they're doing. They're not donating just to donate. They're donating to benefit their bottom line. They understand that if they get more talented developers into Bitcoin, it will boost Bitcoin and make it more established. And if it's more established and more secure, it will become more of a thing with the SEC. SEC approved different products. It'll become more of a mainstay in the United States. But, you know, they're a company, they're looking out for their bottom line. But at the same time, developers who are in Bitcoin, especially new developers who probably did not benefit from the initial release of Bitcoin, who are not millionaires right now, but just working on the side, they can get funding from this grant here or VanEck's donation. Now, reading this article, I first did not understand what Brink was. I didn't know if Brink was like they said they made a donation at Brink. I didn't know if Brink was a conference that was happening or if Brink was a company. But in the article, it actually said, Brink was founded in 2020 to boost Bitcoin's protocol through research and development, and by supporting the Bitcoin developer community. It has a fellowship program to onboard new software engineers into Bitcoin development and grants program for existing Bitcoin developers. When I was like, oh, that's very cool. That's definitely cool. So if you're somebody out there watching this video and you are thinking about being into software development or you're already in development and you want to get into Bitcoin or crypto development at all, you guys may want to look into Brink's fellowship program. Because they have a fellowship program. I don't know any details about it right now, but you can definitely go on, find out what Brink is, and look up the fellowship program for yourself to see if that's something you might be interested in. Because if you are a business or something, this might be something that can benefit you. Get onto the team, get you some funding and experience in the crypto space. But that was the last article I wanted to go over today. And I almost forgot again. I almost forgot about my mining operation here. Crazy. I have notes that I go over when I do these videos, and I put my mining information at the very top, and I still skipped over it just like I did yesterday. That's crazy. So let's just go back to the crypto space here. So as you guys, I've told you in different videos, I've started my own crypto mining situation. I use a software that's developed by Unminable. You can go to unminable.com. You could download the software onto your computers, laptops, or whatever, and it takes advantage of your computer's resources, and it will mine crypto for you. I have a link down in my video description. It's an affiliate link that will give you an extra percentage, and it also gives me a percentage as well. And if you do use the software, it's more beneficial to have a referral code, which is my affiliate link, than just mining without it. Because if you have the referral code, you get boosted rewards basically. So if you guys want to use Unminable, that's unminable.com. You can use the software My Crypto, and you can get paid out into the crypto of your choice. All right. I should have brought the screen up here, but I'll do that next time. But on another note, so, as you know, I have other things I've been doing. The other day I was thinking about my graphics card. I bought a GPU some months ago, a better one for my computer, because I was thinking about getting to doing a little bit more gaming. So I bought a card, and when I bought the card, I decided to stop gaming. It was crazy. But I put my card up I started using my card to mine crypto. I did not realize this until the other day, until I thought about if I should get another one. I actually looked at the amount of crypto that I have mined using my GPU and the cost that I paid for it. I didn't realize that I've basically covered the cost. I've basically paid for my GPU by mining crypto already. I didn't realize that. So yeah, so I'm already in the green with buying my GPU. So I may actually think about buying another one, but I have to get some other components here. I may have to get a couple more not video cards. I have to get a couple more motherboards or another computer. Because right now I am working on limited space where I am. So I have to think about space requirements and everything. But coming videos and everything, I will start showing pictures and stuff about how I'm set up. I basically have a computer that I have open to help with airflow in my system. And I also have another machine that I have that's doing Chia mining. And what that is that is utilizing empty space on my hard drives to mine crypto also. Now with my Chia, I just got that set up a couple of days ago, and I have not been paid out. I joined a farming pool. Instead of call it mining, it's called farming with Chia. I joined a farming pool, but I have not got paid out. I haven't done too much research. I've got to go and find out what is the payment schedule for my pool I joined. But as I get that information and I get some payments, I will start showing you guys a little bit of data about how I got paid and everything. You know, hopefully in a couple of days I'll have some videos about some tutorials or whatever about each of these, especially about Unminable, and then my Chia mining. But I have to plan those out because I have to make sure that when I do those videos that I don't show any sensitive data that does not need to be shown to the public. So yeah, so that's my mining update. Still mining right now as I'm talking in this video, and I mine 24/7. Like I said, guys, just how you put your money to work in a bank, put your computers to work for you to make money as well. Do that. Go ahead and do that by using Unminable. But, you know, I think that's will be the end of the video today. If you stuck around to the end, I do want to like to thank you very much. And if you could also throw this video a like, throw a comment at the section of anything you wanted to talk about, anything you saw needed correction or anything that you like, please drop a comment in the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and please go ahead and share the video as well. And I always forget to say this at the beginning. to decrease your watch time of the video, definitely go ahead and speed up the video. Increase the speed of the video to probably 1.5 to 2 times. And instead of watching a 30-minute video, sometimes you can cut it down to 10, 15 minutes of watch time. That's what I do with a lot of content that I watch on YouTube. And it really does help to limit the watch time. But again, if you stuck around, thank you again. This is Crypto GiBBY with another video at the end of the video, and I will see you in the next video. All right, peace.